Hello friends, this is tutorial number 44 in this C++ programming language tutorials. In this tutorial we will talk about classes and objects. Okay, classes, they are similar with structs, but also they have some big differences. And now we will create a class to see how it works. Okay, and we will create class. And as a struct, we created struct person when we have a tutorial about struct, and also here we will create class person. Okay, it also need curly braces or opening and closed, and inside we need to define couple of fields. But these fields can be private or public. Now we will define public, and it will be first string, first name. We will create a last name, which is also string, and we will create field age, which will be integer. Okay, difference between public and private, it is that these public fields can be accessed outside a class, but when the field is private, it can be used only inside the class. But you will see the difference. Now I just told you to know, but you will understand better when we have example. And difference between class and struct, class can have functions. Okay, inside the class we can create also a function as a field. And let's create a void, and name of the function will be show person, to display all data of the person. And let's type cout first name and we need field first name. Now we need a last name and field last name. And we need the age. Okay, now inside of this class we have a function that when we call this function, it will display all data of this person, which is great. And now let's go to our main and let's create a person. Person, it will be P1. Okay. And now we need to create all of these, to define all of these fields of person P1. Let's start P1 dot first name equals to John. P1 dot last name equals to Do. This is the completely the same as we have with structs. And we need an age, and it will be 30. And now if we want to display all of data of this person, now we just need to call a function p1 dot show person, semicolon. And now if we run this, let's build and run, and let's see. Okay, we have all data of our object person. First name is John, last name is Doe, and age is 30, which is perfect. We create a class which is has own fields. Also inside we created a function that can display all of these data of our object person. Okay, this P1 is object person, and we define, of course, all of these names. It is the same thing as we did in structs, but in struct we cannot have a function, and in class we can, and we use this function that we defined inside of this class person to display all of data of our object person P1. Also we can create another person, and let's start. First we will need a couple of stars to separate. And we can just use all of this from the first person. Edit, copy, and here we will paste it. Okay, and here first we need to change the values. It will be object P2, and let's give some other values. Okay, Casey, last name will be Jackson, age will be 20. Okay, and we define our object P2. Now let's build and run to see what we will get. Okay, we have complete data of person 1, and we have complete data of person 2. Okay, first name is Casey, last name is Jackson, and age is 20, and which is great. It is very important difference between classes and structs. Because you already know in struct we can just define fields, and if we want some of the function to show us the data of the person, or we need to create a function outside a struct. And in the class we can also define it inside the class, and this is just one of the difference between struct and class. And also of course here we used in this tutorial we used just public, and in the next tutorial I will show you private, and we will use these fields. These fields are when we create class needs to be private, but okay, we will talk about this in the next tutorial. You see the similar things when we defined object and struct. These things are similar. We have 3 fields and we define them all. It is the same thing as we did in the struct, but they have a more difference, and we will see them. We will learn about them all. Okay, I really hope that you like this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You have a link in the description, and I will see you in the next tutorial.